Hello, and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. And I'm asking the question, did I dress a bit loud today? I'm not talking about the shirt. I'm talking about the jacket. It's loud. See what I mean? It's noisy. And I didn't really think it through, but when you get up at... Good morning. When you get up at 3 to go to work, there's a bit of planning involved. Because there are other people in the house, and so you pick out your outfit the night before, if you're considerate like me, and you hang it on the back of the on the bathroom door, and then you get into it, and then you creep. That's I hold my hands like this as I creep. That's quite a creepy way to creep, and unfortunately. Quite loud, isn't it? I think there may have been some partner disturbance there due to the noisy jacket. I'm sorry, partner, if you're watching. I hope you aren't, because I say some random things about you sometimes. All right, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. So I'm sitting there after getting to work, after getting up at 3 and putting on the loud jacket, and I see this very intense panel going on Fox News. I mean, look at that. There's some animated sign language happening. These people are rapt, listening. And I'm thinking, geez, what's the big issue there that they're talking about on Sunday hard call? Seems like the wrong day of the week to make a hard call, but anyway. Turns out what they're talking about is barbecue safety. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it was how to solve the migrant crisis or something like that, but this is definitely a hot topic. See what I did there? It's sizzling hot topic. This headline here is a very clever pun because it's about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Now, I think, are you allowed to make jokes about spousal abuse if it turns out the claims are unfounded? And I know that we don't know whether they're unfounded or not yet, because I would never joke about spousal abuse. Don't get me wrong. I want to make that quite clear. But at the moment, all we've got is allegations. So until they're proven or disproven, I'm in a grey area there, aren't I? Anyway, I was thinking to myself, how intimidating is Johnny Depp, really? I don't mean the pirate. I mean the man behind the pirate. If he did lose his rag and start... I think she said he threw a phone. That's a very actor-y thing to do, isn't it? Throw phones. They seem to throw phones around. It's very disrespectful to phones. I'd definitely walk, Amber. If somebody... Not that they were throwing the phone at me, just that they were being that disrespectful to phones. Anyway. But I sort of think... Yeah, the BMW M Series jacket is too loud. Yeah, you're right. I wore that today because it was the first episode of Top Gear today. So I thought I'd wear something automotive themed. Anyway. So Johnny Depp, I thought, would you be living in a climate of fear how menacing is Johnny Depp? He seems like a weedy, willowy, small. That's the word I'm looking for. He seems small. So I thought, is he? Or is that just the impression that he gives off? And it turns out, according to healthyceleb.com, that he is in fact 178 centimetres tall, which is 4 centimetres taller than I am. And I'm not a short ass. I'm not tall, but I'm not a short ass. And in terms of the weediness, he's about 78 kilos, which... That's also a bit bigger than me. It is. It is so. How can you tell just by looking at my upper third on a small... You can't tell. I'm usually weighing in around 75, if you must know, at the moment. Admittedly, 70 is sort of more my goal area. Well, how did we get onto this? Anyway, so what my point is if you find me butch and violent and intimidating, and I'm sure you do, no wonder Amber Heard lives in fear for her life and has left him. The other interesting bit of knowledge I got from healthyceleb.com is that his nickname, Johnny Depp's this is Donkey Dick. Thanks healthyceleb.com. Finally, do people not understand how zoos work? We've got this disturbing... Have I talked about this? We've got this disturbing trend. Last month, we had a woman in Toronto jumping into this lion enclosure to get her hat back. I know it's a bit hard to tell, but you can watch the video of this woman just popping into the enclosure, grabbing the hat, popping out again. That's the lion there, frantic, desperate to get hold of her somehow. Presumably to help her get her hat back, I'm sure. That's what the... Anyway, so that was a bit weird. Must have been a nice hat or a gift, maybe. Maybe somebody important gave it. And then last week, of course, we had this bloke in a Santiago zoo in Chile who stripped off and then jumped into the lions, leaving a suicide note. He wanted to commit suicide by lion. So that was weird. They saved him. I think they went in there and tranquilized everybody. And then today, we've got this gorilla versus this baby. Somebody threw their baby into the gorilla's enclosure there. This is in Cincinnati. And they shot the gorilla to get the baby back. Which I think... That's a tough call, isn't it? Do you shoot the gorilla or the baby? Who's annoying who the most? You know what I mean? It's just as well I'm not a zookeeper, I think. That would be a hard call to make. Shoot the parents? Maybe? That's a good suggestion. But yeah, so I just wanted to point out that how zoos work is the people stay on the outside of the enclosures and the animals, that's for them, that area. Do they need some clearer signage? I mean, I've seen some quite clear signs explaining this in zoos, but the message just doesn't seem to be getting through. Basically what I'm saying is stay away from wild animals. Just look, don't touch. I think that's the lesson there. It's a confusing world we live in. I am glennzb. Thank you very much for having me up your Periscope, having me in your enclosure or joining me in mine. And we will see you back here again tomorrow.